KCCI is pushing for answers after state leaders decided to opt out of a federal program that helps feed kids from low-income families over the summer. New tonight, Ophelia Jacobson looked into the concerns, and really they seem to center around nutrition.
Yeah, Ben, that's exactly right. In a news release, the state says that the summer EBT program has, quote, few restrictions on food purchases. I looked into that claim and found that the program would follow the same guidelines as SNAP benefits. But some argue restrictions aren't the answer when it comes to getting people to eat healthier. The decision Iowa leaders made to opt out of the new federal summer EBT program is taking many by surprise, especially those fighting the battle against food insecurity.
We're obviously disappointed and frankly shocked.
Families with children eligible for free or reduced price school meals would be able to receive $40 per child per month to buy food during the summer. In a news release issued Friday, the state said a lack of focus on nutrition is one reason Iowa will not take part in summer EBT. Iowa Health and Human Services Director Kelly Garcia wrote that, quote, Iowa's kids need consistent access to nutritionally dense food, and their families need to feel supported to make healthy choices around food and nutrition, Garcia wrote. Quote, another benefit card addressed to children is not the way to take on this issue. The U.S. Department of Agriculture oversees summer EBT. They say people who receive benefits through the program would be able to buy the same food as SNAP recipients. This is a list of the types of food you can and cannot get with SNAP benefits. Foods like fruits, vegetables, and meat are allowed. Foods that are hot when you buy it, alcohol, and non-food items like pet food are not.
There's not a whole lot of restrictions on what foods you cannot buy when it comes to SNAP.
Luke Elzinga with the Iowa Hunger Coalition says he agrees with the state when they say SNAP and therefore summer EBT lacks restrictions. But he says that's not a reason to opt out of it.
I don't agree with the sentiment that we shouldn't be participating in this because there's not these nutritional guidelines. I do not agree with that.
Elzinga says more restrictions on these types of programs won't make people eat healthier. He argues giving Iowans more benefits to be able to afford healthy food will.
I think most Iowans could probably be eating more fruits and vegetables. They're really expensive for a lot of folks.
And I asked Governor Kim Reynolds' office to clarify what they meant when they said the summer EBT program lacked a strong focus on nutrition. A spokesman wrote that there is no nutritional requirement that kids purchase nutrient-rich food in the federal program. He says they would be restricted from purchasing prepared meals, though. The state also said previously they would work on enhancing and expanding already existing food assistance programs instead of implementing summer EBT. The spokesman says programs like the Summer Food Service Program and the Seamless Summer Option are required to provide milk, fruits, vegetables, grains, and meats, all based around age-appropriate meal patterns. Ben?
Okay, Ophelia, thank you.